In this video, I talk all about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 6 Episode 8, The Snatch Game of Love. Make sure you stick around so you can see everything. Subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can be notified. Welcome to MKid TV, and this is MKid Reviews. Y'all, as you can see, I changed my background a bit because, you know, the splash was cute and all, but I need this. This feels like I'm chilling. This is how I chill. And I want to let you know something. You're amazing. That's all. I also would like to say, as I do this, please keep in mind, these are just my opinions. I do not feel extremely negative towards any queen. I don't want anything ever to come off rude. These are just opinions. We all have some. I'm sure people got opinions about me. I love everyone, and I hope everyone loves themselves. Y'all, I can't wait to get all the way into this episode because it was so good, but I am still gagging over that lip sync from last week. It was crazy. And as you see, Trinity is feeling her front runner oats. She's like, y'all not gonna knock me down off this high horse right here. And I love how Raja's like, get that knee, Eureka, get that knee. They're gonna try to knock her down. And I understand it. She doing too much. She doing great. Is it just me, or does it seem like Pandora has a little bit of a tude with Eureka? Something going on. And yeah, I get it. Eureka can be kind of like loud and things, but not to the point to where you really gotta say like she's hindering you. So the girls all go and talk to Ru, and Ru tells the girls that they're gonna be doing the Snatch Game of Love. And you know, everybody loves them some good old Snatch Game. That is a historic, legendary Drag Race challenge, and it's something that you have to be prepared for, and you know it's coming. So you gotta be just ready for it. When Ru says Mama Tina Knowles is gonna be in the building, I would have acted just like Trinity and lost it, because I love Beyonce and I love Tina Knowles, and Beyonce came from Tina. So as I'm watching this and I'm watching the girls get ready and go through all their nerves and everything, I already know Ginger is about to kill this. She's about to do her absolute best because this is what she does. And there's no like denying it. This is her tea, and this is why we love her for that. I know that she is about to come in and just demolish on this Snatch Game because, you know, she's Ginger Minj. That's what she does. I'm not really sure what Eureka is gonna do. She tends to do really good in these challenges just out of her pure like energy, but she's been seeming a little like back and forth this season. So I'm hoping that she can still take everything and do what she's supposed to do in this. Now, Pandora is usually really funny, and we all know her legendary Carol Channing. And it was so good. I remember from the beginning, I was like, oh, she's good for being funny and being that kind of person. But I'm eager to see how is she gonna do with this Kim Cattrall, because you know that's a certain type of character, and it doesn't seem like Pandora can channel that. But let's see if she does. I'm very worried for our girl Trinity, because you know Trinity does what Trinity does, but it seems like sometimes when she comes up to these kind of challenges, she's like, nah, that ain't me. And sometimes I want her just to apply herself and be like, I'm gonna give it everything I got, you know? So I'm hoping that she will for this, but she's scaring me even by what she's saying. It's like she's already in her head telling herself that she can't do it. So there's no way she can do it because she's already told herself she can't do it. And if I think about Kylie, like I'm worried about Kylie, but also Kylie kind of pulls through in these areas and she kind of surprises us. So I'm hoping that that's what's gonna happen this time. But either way, I can't wait to see how this Snatch Game is gonna go, because this is a good group of girls. So I'm hoping that it works out great. And I just love episodes like this because this is what I watch Drag Race for, is to feel these feels. I just love this show so much. Can I be on it, Ru? All right, so for Raja, I think that her doing LaToya is a risk because, you know, we've had our struggles with her in the past of her characters and whatnot. But also I think it's pretty smart because Ru loves LaToya. And if you pay attention, Ru also loves Miss Diana Ross, and that's who Raja did too. So I think Raja is definitely trying to win over Mama Ru. But we're gonna see. Raja seems confident about it, and she seems like I'm gonna put my best foot forward. And that's what you have to do. You have, with this challenge, especially if you feel like you're not one of those girls, you have to just have fun and just go for it. I mean, go for it. And now we're at the Snatch Game of Love. I'm not gonna lie, when they very first introduced Snatch Game of Love, I was kind of irritated because I was like, I want the regular Snatch Game. But you know, you can't always get what you want. So we had to settle. But I think this is really good now. It's making more sense. They've kind of fleshed out what they want to do with this, and I think it's smart to do this, and it breaks it down to 3 characters so you can kind of focus on these characters, and it's not everybody trying to fight each other for that camera time. Love it. Okay, so the Snatch game starts and I am just excited, okay? Yes, I'm one of those fans. I'm excited the whole episode. And I see already off top, Ginger is already killing it. And I love it because I'm like, this is the kind of stuff I watch for. I love that she can channel this stuff. I know I kind of hate on her runways. I know. If you ever watch this, Ginger, I know I be hating on your runways, but this is where you shine all the way. But she was so good already, and it was so funny just her starting, not knowing each other. Just stuff like that. Even if you say something that kind of don't make sense, if you can come in with some comedy, I had to learn how to really have that improv and jump right in and just go for it. And if you commit in your head, you're gonna commit right out. But if you battling yourself, it's gonna look like a battle. Which brings me to Trinity. Now we know I love me some Trinity, we know, but you can already feel the uncomfortability from her. I love that when she started off, she kind of started off with a bang, but it felt like she was using a lot of what she had right there, you know? We're gonna see, you know, how it goes, but it already felt like, ooh. And Kylie, I'm just like, already, she feels confident, she feels comfortable, and it makes me feel comfortable. And like I've said in another video, when the audience feels comfortable with you and they don't have to work, they can just watch, it's so much better. Because if I see you stressed or trying to think or figure it out, it makes me feel like I have to work to figure out where you're gonna go next, what you're gonna do. I think it's so great to see, especially Ginger and Kylie doing what they had to do. So it seems like as this first round is going even more, Ru is throwing all kinds of volley opportunities, all kinds of bones at them, and she's waiting to see like what they're gonna give back. And still, Kylie and Ginger are going and going and going. But it makes me feel so bad for Trinity because I can see her, the more it goes going and trying, and I can see her breaking down on the inside. But I applaud her for hanging on in there and not giving all the way up. She said, I'm gonna keep going, because you have to, especially if you feel like you're having that catastrophic failure, you gotta keep on going. And she kept going. So I appreciate that, and I love that from her. And I really must say, like, Ginger was killing it and was great, but Kylie is coming for her, and it is beautiful to watch. That was great. Those two together did great. I'm so happy for them. Just so happy for them. I love stuff like this. For our next round, we have Eureka, Pandora, and Raja. And as they start, I see that Eureka starts off really strong. It seems like Pandora is already kind of second guessing herself, and Raja just seems comfortable. She's like there, and I love that. And then we have Fortune Feimster come in, and you can already tell that this is gonna be a funny one. But as I'm watching it, it starts to feel like Eureka is giving like 110%, which is great. We need that. But it gets a little scary. It seems like Pandora is like there, but not there. And I can tell she is in her head. I'm like, no, Pandora, you can do this. I will say though, for me, I felt the most comfortable with Raja. Raja really was coming through with the jokes and everything. She's like, no, Ru. I think that was a brilliant, brilliant choice. Did she have a lot of like big hitter one-liner jokes? No, but what she did have was that straight through line of hanging in there and being a good contestant in this. I think it was great. In general, I think this was a cool crew, but I think we clearly can see that Pandora might land in the bottom for this one. So seeing the girls come back in the room and they decide to have their talks and get ready for the runway, it's clear to see that Eureka and Kylie are very happy and they're celebrating with each other because they did good. They deserve to get whatever they're gonna get from this. I'm just so proud of Kylie for this because she came through and did what she had to do. Then we get to see Pandora and Trinity talking, and this one is not as happy because you can tell that they both did not do well, and they're both feeling a little down, and I understand it, but I'm worried for them because it really wasn't that good. It's hard though in this challenge because you have to just commit, and there's gonna be girls like Ginger who are like killing it, so you have to be able to put your best foot forward. But it's also very interesting to see that Pandora is kind of trying to almost throw Eureka under the bus, but not really. So she's like dancing on the line of kind of saying that Eureka did too much, but also kind of not. And I think that, I don't know if I'm here for this. And now it's time for the runway. Y'all know this is my favorite part of the show. I'm gonna tell you every time though. Of course, Mama Ru, as always, looks great. And it's so great to see Mama Tina Knowles on the stage. Oh my gosh, it just feels so good. It just feels like, whew, y'all got Tina Knowles? Oh, the budget then went up. Category for this runway is pop art. I cannot wait to see this because I love a good pop art theme, and I love seeing like how the girls will interpret this and how far they will go, or how like not far some of them will go. And as you know, for this runway, I'm gonna tell you whether I'm impressed or shocked. I think Ginger Minge looks great. I think that this is a great interpretation of pop art. The pictures on her dress are amazing. I love the 2-color shoes. Love how she did the hair. I like that she's stepping it up a bit with this. This is a good look for her. She should wear a lot of colors like this more. I'm here for this. This is a good week for Ginger. I'm like, okay, Ginger, she trying to show Trinity like, girl, don't even try it. I am impressed. Okay, so for Miss Kylie Sonique Love, I think that this is an okay look. Yes, I'm saying that. I think that the dress looks really nice. I think it's put together well. I love the color. I love how the face is incorporated. And the fur that she has with her. I like that it's giving me this vibe. She looks very classy, sultry like usual. But I'm not a big fan of the hair. And then overall, the whole ensemble seems very simple for this runway. So I would have hoped for this type of runway that Kylie would have did a lot more. It seems like this would be the time to like push yourself and do something crazy out of the box, because you can. It's pop art. So there's so many different like ways that you can go about this. So I do wish that she would have, but it's still not nothing that I can say I hate or that makes me, stressed. So I'm impressed. Okay, so it seems like a lot of girls went for this face on the dress, and you know that probably was going to be something that everyone did. Seeing that it's pop art, you automatically think Andy Warhol. Something in me wants more from Eureka. It just doesn't seem incredibly creative from her, but she does look great, so I'm not going to take that away from her. And the purse, I think the purse is an amazing addition. I love the hair. Her makeup looks good. So of course, I think it's a great look. That said, I'm impressed. Okay, Pandora. I actually really like this look. I think it's very interesting that her too, like everyone else, well, a lot of them have the faces, like the Andy Warhol, like I was saying, but she looks great. I think the colors are great. These are good solid colors. They pop out like they're supposed to. Love the box on her head and her having the matching box as a purse. She looks good. This is a good, well thought out look. She should do stuff like this more often. Just give us something with a lot of pieces to it, a lot of layers, something going on. The hair looks good. Yes, Pandora, I'm impressed. Okay, so for Miss Raja, okay, I must be honest, even though I think she looks good, I love the jacket, I think the bodysuit fits her right, boots are cute, of course, her hair is cute, her makeup's cute, she looks good, but it doesn't fit the category in my opinion. I know I'm not one to talk because I'm colorblind, but I think that this is purple, right? Hope so. Well, I know it's not a bunch of different colors, and when I think pop art, it's like the colors have to pop and there has to be a little bit of a clash of colors in a way so that there is a pop, something stands out. You got a bright red with something yellow, something blue, this, that. She seemed to be one strong color, so I'll give her that, but it didn't pop to me. So I don't know, this may be controversial, but even though I love how she looks, I don't think it worked in the category, so I'm stressed. I feel bad saying it. Listen here, Trinity K. Bonet. First of all, she looks divine. Love how this jacket is hitting. I love the different colors that she has with the dress that's going down. I love these big old afro puffs with the braids coming down. She looks so good. And then Black Lives Matter, she is promoting something and saying a message. That is so smart. I love that she's doing it. I love how she's doing it. I'm in love with this. She looks good. She looks good. I know I say good a lot in these videos, but guess what? She looks good. I am impressed. So the judges give all their critiques, and like usual, I pretty much agree with everything. I felt so bad for Trinity though, because you know that she wanted to do so good in this, especially since Tina Knowles is there. So it sucks to kind of be pointed out as not doing so well. But I think she redeemed herself in a way with her look. So I gotta give her those props because Mama looked good. I think overall it makes total sense when it comes out to Ginger ends up being the winner. Okay, the winner, man. And it's well deserved. I would have been very happy if Kylie won too though. That was very smart of Kylie to do what she was doing. But Ginger knocked it out of the park and she looked good on the runway. So this was her week. Definitely a great week for her. Great week for her. So the girls go back to the workroom to chit chat. They all kind of are giggling and laughing at Trinity, and Kylie knows she wrong for saying, speaking of choking, Kylie is so funny. But like I said, I know that Trinity is saying that she didn't give up or anything like that, but you have to look at it in a sense of, if you just say, I know I can't do it and I'm not good at it, it's almost like giving up. It's more of, it feels like you should be like, even though I know this is not my forte, I'm gonna give it everything I got, and I'm gonna try stuff I haven't tried before, or I'm gonna, you know, step outside of my box so that I can really give this everything that I have. And no, I think she did not do like incredibly horrible to where she was just like the worst person to ever exist. I just feel like she could have put more into it mentally, and that would have transferred into the episode, in my opinion. Also, we get to notice that Ginger now has 2 wins under her belt. She did shot up, like she said, so she is at the top. And we also get to see that Pandora kind of is saying some more comments, and I love that Eureka finally just speaks up and says something. And even though I don't really think that Pandora is trying to like fully just come at Eureka, I think that it is worth clearing up, because Eureka's like, there's a lot of comments that you're making that you're trying to point as me, and I don't want that to be the narrative. I was just doing the game that I had to do too. And it seems like even though Pandora has a point in how like over the top in a sense Eureka was, ultimately Pandora was very quiet. She has had a lot of times of that, and we know that, so she can't point that at anyone else. So I'm hoping that, you know, she gets over it, or when they clear this up, they actually really clear it up. After hearing them kind of plead their case, I'm kind of worried for Trinity, because it seems like Ginger is not really getting that fight from Trinity, and she's feeling the same thing that I think the audience may be feeling. It's like, Trinity, what's going on? Why you seem like you kind of dropping the ball here? And as I always say, I'm always on the edge of my seat waiting to see who is behind door number 1. And it's Heidi in Closet. I adore this queen. I think she's dope. I think that she is funny, and I think she's a great lip sync assassin. Actually, yes, she is. So we see Heidi in Closet come on out, and she's going against Ginger. And you know, Ginger's a great lip syncer because Ginger puts the comedy in everything, and she does it so well, and it makes the judges just keep. I must be honest, I was really confused by Miss Heidi in Closet, and I love her, but everything that she was doing, it got kind of weird, and she seemed very happy to be there, so it seemed like she was a little jittery too. And I'm like, girl, if you come in as a lip sync assassin, you got to come in there like bold. You can't show the jitters, because it's not gonna feel like you're an assassin. And when she had that big ball on her head and it fell off, I just thought to myself like, why was that your choice? No. But you know, we all make choices in life, and she looked great with the ponytail under. She looked good, but I just hope that she would have did it just a little differently. Nonetheless, I think Heidi in Closet is an amazing queen, and we see that Ginger ends up winning the lip sync, so Ginger has won even more money. Ginger is winning her challenges and her lip syncs. Ginger ain't playing, and she is, I mean, Ginger is like up there. This is gonna be really, really interesting to see how this is gonna go. But anyway, we see that Ginger wins, and she gets to pull the lipstick. And the whole time I was worried seeing what was gonna come out, and I was like, but she pulls Pandora's name, and it makes sense. We have to be honest, it does make sense. Pandora has been in the bottom, Trinity has been on the top, so it's Pandora's time to go. And as we see, it seems like Pandora's over it and ready to go. And as I always say, what is the game within the game? When they showed Pandora's face, she looked like she's like, do I have to stay? She looked like she was high key over it. But anyway, this has been an amazing, amazing episode. Glad that I get to express and talk about all this with you. Please, whatever you're feeling, whatever you want to talk about, feel free to talk about it in the comments. Let me know what you think, what you like, what you didn't like. Agree with me, disagree with me, go ahead. Tell me what you think. As always, please make sure you subscribe and press those notifications so you can be notified, because if you're not notified, then what are you? You know, what are you? And make sure you go and follow me. I am at mkidtv_ on Instagram, and you can find me just as Marcellus Kidd on like Facebook and stuff like that, but at mkidtv everywhere else. And like I always say, I'm a busy man with a lot to do, and I mean a lot. I don't be just saying that, y'all. I be busy. But I'm gonna review. Bye. I can't get up and run anymore because I switched it, so I'm gonna just lay down.